The Weekend Show live session with Drapes and Tara on Bang Radio.
Bang Radio online, we are bang.com, the weekend show with Drapes and Tara.
Yes.
Now, keeping in the spirit of Sold Out Live, which is this Thursday at the Paradise Bar in Kensal Rise, we have got one of the singers that are going to be performing live.
We have indeed.
At Sold Out Live. Ladies and gentlemen, please meet Miss Lizzie Nightingale.
Hello. How are you guys?
We are very good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me in.
No,
Right,
it's a
our pleasure.
Pleasure. So, for all the listeners, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, obviously I'm Scottish, you can tell that, from Glasgow. I've been in London for a few years now, just writing, recording, collaborating with people, doing lots of gigs and things like that. So, yeah.
Nice. So, you are a singer.
Yes.
What is your style of singing?
That's always a hard question.
Yeah, we like this one.
Then you end up sounding a bit, like, well, actually. Just a bit of everything. I like all kinds of music, so I try and put that into what I create. I like indie music, I like classical, I like hip hop, I like R&B, just a mishmash really. Mishmash, that's probably the style.
And what were your early influences that have kind of inspired your sound?
Well, growing up, my parents loved Queen and Bowie and the Gypsy Kings and really quite alternative pop at that time. But me, when I really started getting into singing, it was when I heard Lauryn Hill for the first time and Mary J, because voices like that, where I grew up, it wasn't really a widespread popular style of music. Not many of my friends are into it.
Yeah. Was singing something that you actually wanted to do from a young age, or did you discover your musical talent later on in life?
I've always been, I've come from a real musical family. My mum's a singer, my brother's a musician, so it's always kind of been in my blood. But I didn't really take it seriously till around them times when I started hearing other singers that I could relate to, because I always sounded different from, other people.
Yeah, did you not think then that you could fit anywhere, and you thought, maybe my voice isn't going to be one that people will like?
Exactly, yeah. But that kind of made me think, wait a wee minute, So because of that, I pursued it a bit more. Yeah. And found that was kind of the style that I was supposed to be in, and the way that I was supposed to be singing was just natural, So
nice. So you are musical. Yes. You're from a musical family. I believe you play a number of instruments. Is that right?
Well, I play clarinet.
Okay.
Which is the preppy side, and then I've been playing guitar for a few years. I just kind of, from a songwriting perspective, I just kind of tried to work out chords and teach myself, really, just to aid me with songwriting a bit more. And I'm trying to learn piano, however it's debatable how well it's going.
Okay.
I kind of look like E.T. when I'm clunking. It's like a 3-finger thing, so yeah, not going very well.
So you're going to be at Sold Out Live this Thursday.
I am, yes, I can't wait.
Paradise Bar. You looking forward to it?
I cannot wait. It's the first gig that I've done since I've released the EP, so I'm really excited to let people hear some of the stuff live. I'm really happy. So.
Now, speaking of the EP,
yes,
Tiny Teardrops. Tell the listeners a bit about the EP.
Okay. Well, the cover is basically a picture of my gran and my great aunt.
I was going to ask, were they family members?
So I'm named after my gran. Her name was Lizzie, and she always sang. And growing up, it was like we used to do harmony. She kind of helped me with the whole love and music thing, along with my mum, and they were two of the most influential women in my life. So it's almost like I wanted to put something together as a tribute to them, and that's why it's called Tiny Teardrops.
Yeah.
So, because they passed actually on the same day, 4th of July, they both passed 10 years apart. They were inseparable, so so it's just kind of, it's more, for me, it's more about the writing. I wanted to experiment with the writing and make it a bit different, a bit more kind of alternative.
Because the EP is very emotive.
Yeah.
And are you just basically speaking about past experiences through the EP?
It's a lot to do with how I feel about music, like Footsteps. I mean, that's about me and music and how I feel about that. And Tiny Teardrops is the whole idea that the person singing, or me, describing how your face would look when you're crying, but you're saying, well, why are you here? Because I should be smiling. It's like people say, how you doing? And you automatically go, yeah, I'm fine. When really inside you want to say, well, do you really want the truth? Do you have 3 hours? Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of about how your reactions belie how you really feel inside. So.
Cool. And Sparkle, which is on the EP, that got a lot of love for you. That's kind of where your name started coming out from.
Yeah, definitely.
And a very interesting video, very interesting take on the song, I thought, by having a number of different people within it singing back your lyrics rather than yourself. Was there a reason for that?
Well, I had the idea because I feel music, for me, it's important that people relate to what I'm saying. So the whole concept of other people singing it was, even though it was like a couple of lines, they were singing it about themselves.
Yes.
Because so many people go through that. So it was almost like trying to put different faces to the emotion behind it rather than just me singing it. I wanted it to be from different perspectives because everybody feels pain in that way at some point.
You could see with the different people saying the lyrics, you could see that emotion from them when they were saying the different lines. I thought that was a really clever way to do it.
Thank you.
Which I think we're going to go into playing, Sparkle.
Definitely are, man. It is the weekend show with Drapes and Tara, special guest Lizzie Nightingale, and this is a brand new single
from my own work.
Okay.
So.
And when you do perform live, is it a stripped back performance? Have you got a full band? You know, what are the audience that come to Sold Out on Thursday going to expect?
Well, on Thursday I'm using my band,
Okay.
the Remedies. They play for quite a few other people, so it's nice to be able to. I feel like I'm being reunited. It's been a while since we've played together, but I mean, I'm happy doing acoustic. It just depends. I try and gauge it to what the atmosphere of the gig's going to be like. So if it's a smaller, more intimate vibe, I'll do maybe the cajon and a guitar or whatever. But then if it's more of a party vibe and like Thursday, I'm going for it on Thursday.
You're going for the full party mode.
Exactly. To continue that. So.
Definitely. So is the live session on Bang Radio with Drapes and Tara. And speaking of live sessions, you're going to be doing something live for us,
Yes,
eh?
I am.
Are you going to be doing a cover track?
I'm going to do a cover. I love reggae music. I absolutely love it. So I'm a big fan of Gappy Ranks.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to do a cover of Heaven in Her Eyes, but not the way that you think. On Thursday, if you come to Sold Out, I'm going to do it with a full band, like proper one drop style.
Yes.
But today it's just me and my guitar, and I've kind of Lizified it, so it's a little bit different.
It's going to be very interesting to hear.
The lovely Lizzie Nightingale in the studio, and it is all about Sold Out Live.
Sold Out! The weekend show live session with Drapes and Tara on Bang Radio.
So Lizzie, you're going to be giving us an exclusive lovely set right now, and you're going to be covering Gappy Ranks.
I am.
Heaven in Your Eyes.
Yes.
Take it away.
Thank you.
He's from round the way. I see him every day. I love to see him smile. I love his sexy style. We were face to face, and to my surprise, he had heaven in his eyes. He had heaven in his eyes. Heaven in his eyes. Heaven in his eyes. He had heaven in his eyes. Heaven in his eyes. Heaven in his eyes. Seen what there's to see. Now I know who I want to be. Yes, I have a dream. He made it clear to me. Some people will go, some people will stay. But it's clear to see he was meant for me. I was almost blind when I saw his pretty face. Heaven in his eyes, there was heaven in his eyes. Heaven in his eyes. Heaven in his eyes. Heaven in his eyes. Heaven in his eyes, there was heaven in his eyes. Heaven in his eyes. I was almost blind when I saw his pretty face. There was heaven in his eyes, heaven in his eyes, heaven in his eyes, heaven in his eyes, heaven in his eyes. There was heaven in his eyes, heaven in his eyes, heaven in his eyes.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you very much.
That was absolutely beautiful. Wow, I'm kind of taking...
to that. And just working on the EP. Footsteps will be released as the next single, and there'll be a video for that. I'm also going over to Canada in the summer for a month. I've got some sessions lined up. I'm going to be working with Socrates and Slacker the Beat Child, and a few other artists over there, just to try and promote myself over there as well. You know, I've always liked it over there. And then just gigging and working on an album, really. You know, I'm trying to use this as an introduction to me, and then hopefully if people like it, they'll want to know more.
Hopefully a deal in the pipeline as well.
Yeah, do you know what though? I'm happy just to do it, and I'm not in it. I mean, obviously it would be amazing if I did have a deal, but if I was doing it for a deal, I wouldn't be doing it, you know.
True.
So you have to do it because you love it, and I love it, so that's why.
Well, we all love the music, man.
Exactly.
It's beautiful sound as well. Don't forget, just let everybody know how they can get in contact with you.
Sure. My Twitter is @Lizzie Nightingale. It's LZ Nightingale. And also, again, download the EP. It's free for a limited time.
Free for a limited time only.
So it's just LizzieNightingale.bandcamp.com, and Lizzie Look Music is the YouTube channel. So please, feedback always welcome. And it would be nice to
it's all about Sold Out Live this Thursday.
Come
Lizzie Nightingale,
come
and say hello to her. She's also going to be joined up by Young and Dion Reed Baker Boys, who are going to be in the building on Miranda Lloyd's show on Wednesday. Lizzie Nightingale, the lady herself. Hi. And we've also got Anne-Marie Latte, who's also going to be on Drive Time tomorrow as well. We are gearing up for Sold Out.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
It means a lot that you support, because without you guys, you know, artists don't get anywhere without support. So
give her
I'm really grateful.
Thank you very much for coming in. Oh, it's been beautiful.
1, 2, 3. As I try to sleep, I'm beside myself. Can you help me? I feel voices try to creep back inside my mind. What can they tell me? You're trying to say goodbye. Now there's no need to lie. I see it in your eyes. A year of discontent. You wonder where the good times went.
103.6
This is